Courtney, AJ would have turned me over to the cops for any reason. There's no way you're to blame for any of this.
But my brother is.
Courtney, don't start on Sonny.
It doesn't take a huge leap to figure out that Sonny sent you to that hotel. And not that I'd expect you to admit it. You do anything that Sonny says and take the blame when it goes wrong.
Look, if you want to be mad at Sonny for yourself, I can't stop you, but don't do it for me.
Why aren't you mad, Jason? Why do you think it's fair that you might be facing prison and Sonny isn't?
If I answer that, will you really try to listen and understand me?
Of course.
You know I'm brain damaged, right? From the accident?
That's what AJ said, but I just thought he was being cruel. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with you.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm better now, whatever that means. Anyway, when I hit my head on the rock, part of my brain just shut down. And when I woke up, I didn't know anything about my life or who I was supposed to be. I didn't understand what it meant when people said they loved me. I didn't belong anywhere or to anyone. Then one night, at Luke's, I lost it. And that's where I met Sonny.
Tell me about it.
Well, there was this girl, Keisha, who thought I was her boyfriend, and we were supposed to be in love, but I didn't remember anything at all. And she kept telling me, hey, things are gonna be normal, you're gonna be normal, and I just couldn't listen anymore, and I couldn't take it, and I snapped. And I threw a chair across the room, and people were there, and I left, and that's when Sonny followed me out.
He felt bad for you?
No, he didn't feel bad for me. That's exactly my point. Sonny was the first person who treated me like I wasn't some kind of freak. I mean, he treated me like I was an equal who deserved respect. And a couple months later, he offered me a job, and I took it. I never looked back. Your brother gave me my life, and I could never be loyal enough to pay him back.
I understand better now. But Jason, I still don't want you to go to jail. Not for Sonny or anybody else.
I won't. Yeah.
Brenda got arrested. I'm gonna arrange for a lawyer, but I think it's best that I stay clear of the cops.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'm legally her husband, so I should be the one to go anyway.
All right. Don't let her do anything crazy, get herself incriminated.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Is Brenda in trouble?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Jason, thank you for explaining things.
Thank you for, trying to understand. Most people wouldn't even listen.
I'd like my phone call.
Well, you'll get it as soon as I book you. I just have to figure out what the charges
You know what,
are.
Scott? Why don't you go out and do your job and find real criminals?
You got a bit of a temper for a petite little thing. Of course, it was right out there in plain view at the Quartermains when you threatened to kill Alcazar.
Wait a minute, you heard Miss Barrett threaten Luis Alcazar in front of witnesses?
Her exact words were that she could get rid of him because he was never a threat to her.
Ooh, ouch, that was a poor choice of words.
Oh. She came right out and said Alcazar wasn't a physical threat.
You know, I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt your pathetic attempt at acting, but this is a man who led me to believe that I had a fatal illness for 4 years that I never had. He also gave me drugs to keep me under control, and recently he kidnapped me, so yeah, he was a little bit of a threat.
So you hated him, didn't you? You hated him so much that you came at him with a knife, that he plummeted 14 floors to his death.
You know what, you miserable creep? If you were smart, you would leave me alone.
Melissa's just smelled a trash can without the new Arm & Hammer Trash Can Deodorizer.
Shake it in with the garbage frequently to absorb and eliminate odors.
With it,
The difference between ick and ah. Get it in the trash bag aisle.
Achy, stuffy, cold. Introducing Children's Advil Cold. A kid's level of Advil cold medicine. Not more strength than kids need, not less. Advil plus a decongestant at just the right strength. New Children's Advil Cold. It's Advil cold relief just right for kids.
New scrubbing bubbles are about to bowl you over. Introducing Fizzit's toilet tablets. They hit the water working, releasing the power-packed bubbles that clean the bowl, lifting and loosening the toughest stains, so you just brush.
This week, can pilots really be trained to keep you safe under the most extreme conditions? Plus, the newest ways to fight terrorism overseas and in your backyard on World News Tonight.
Tuesday, it's Love at First Sight night.
This thing shrunk or something.
Or something.
Don't leave me alone, losing your hair.
The very first episode of Life with Bonnie. Tuesday on ABC.
So this is what your place looks like when it's open.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Take that table right over there. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Make yourself at home, and I will be right back.
Hey, boss.
Hey, Damien.
What can I get you?
Bottle of our best champagne. And then you can clear the joint and go on home.
But Luke, the club's been hopping all night.
Damien, my boy, there are more important things in life than money. Talk to the chef. Tell him to stay. Are there any fresh lobster in that tank?
You want to close down the club so that you can have lobster?
Yeah, on second thought, you just talk to the chef. I'll take care of everything else. Good night. Good night. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Luke's. Unfortunately, we're going to have to close. That's all right. Now, don't worry about it. Anything that you've ordered is on the house. And when you come back, there'll be free drinks for everybody. It's just, I know it's inconvenient, but it has to be. So let's move on out, please. Let's go. Let's go. You can drink that in your car. Let's go, people. Thank you very much for coming. Please come back. Come back anytime. The food will still be here, and we'll. Excuse me. I think we're going to have to. You have had plenty. Excuse me, miss. Bye. To animals.
Really, you are making this a lot more complicated than it needs to be.
My date. My way.
How is she? Christina's been examined by a neonatal cardiologist. His name is Dr. Navarro. He's on his way in to go over treatment options.
Alexis Davis?
Yes. How's my daughter?
Your daughter has VSD, ventricular septal defect.
What does that mean?
It's a defect that causes unoxygenated blood to mix with the oxygenated, thereby reducing the amount of oxygen being circulated throughout the body. In short, your baby is constantly starving for air. And unless she has immediate surgery, her tissue and organs will continue to be deprived of the oxygen she needs.
But she's so tiny. Can she survive surgery?
There's a 60% chance she will.
And what if you don't do it?
She'll die.
Can you wait till she's a little stronger?
I'm sorry, but waiting isn't an option.
So you're saying that you think the surgery for Christina is her only chance?
I'm afraid so.
We have to allow it.
What if something goes wrong?
Christina needs this operation to save her life. It's really her only choice. Perform the surgery.
I'll have the consent forms brought in for signature.
I know it's a terrible decision to make, but it's the only one we could possibly make under the circumstances, Alexis.
You made the decision, not me.